Hey guys, Brandon with Whiskey River, and it's Axetober, and this is axe number 14. This one's got a handle on it already, but the hang is loose. My dad, Rooster, hung this for Dalton a while back, and Dalton had it in his garage. The hang came loose, and we're gonna pull this handle out, and we're going to show you guys how to set this back down on here without a shelf, and then re-wedge it, and then we'll auction it. It's kind of a cool piece. It's a Plumb Dayton boys axe on a 28, I believe. Let's see, 27, but it's hung high, probably more like 26. We'll see what it finishes out at, but yeah, this is looks like a modified house handle. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to disassemble it, save the handle, rehang it. So here we go. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I got a new Shinto rasp. No, not a Shinto rasp. I got a new pole saw. I got a new pole saw, Harbor Freight, $11.99. I'm sure that there's Japanese pole saws out there that are a lot more expensive, because actually I know that for a fact. But yeah, that one was $11.99, and I was at Harbor Freight already. So we're trying to drive this head back on a little bit so we can get this wedge to stick up, because it's like tucked in there. So this is going to be an interesting one because it's got this fawn's foot, but go ahead and angle a little bit. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. So we could just pull this and then just drive that wedge in there, but I don't want to do that. I want to get this wedge out, and I want to get this head off so we can take care of that. It looks like this head was loose and he was using it, so that head was like slamming down with this loose hang, which was causing it to create kind of a shelf underneath there. So I'm just gonna grab this with pliers and see if we can get it out. This might go well, this might not go well. Oh man, it's breaking apart. Oh, there we go. Came out. There you go. And I'd be willing to bet that this is from, well, this is from before we started selling axe handles, because he used a handle that's from House Handle Company. I got a new drift because that old one broke. There we go. Look at that. So you can see that shelf there, and that's just from it being set down on that handle, or that handle's like slamming into it back and forth when you're using it. So let's take the Shinto rasp to it. Clean that up. It's got a hefty shoulder. You can see how it kind of curves out like that. So we got a lot of material to work with. Like we did on, can't remember what axe that was. Like we did on that though, it's like we don't want this to taper in so extreme. We're gonna probably flatten out some of this. I'm gonna attempt to not mar up the Rooster maker's mark though. See how I'm coming up here and then sliding down off of that? That's gonna working my way towards it instead of just trying to just carve away at the actual part that is a shelf. We'll do the other side, and then we'll do the back. And this is like one of those things that like a lot of people don't do. They just chop the handle off, put a new handle on it. But this works for vintage handles. This works for sentimental handles like this. I kind of want to see this handle get jacked up. I want to see it saved, so. Just taking the fine side of this rasp to it and trying to smooth out the rough parts. This is going to be a relatively quick hang. That's one other thing with this, like if the handle's savable, it's not, this isn't a fast thing, or this isn't a slow thing, you know. What am I trying to say? This isn't something that takes a lot of time to save a handle. A lot of guys are like, oh, I'm not just going to replace it, but it's like, it doesn't take much to do this, guys. So. Striking this at an angle. Oh, I just cracked it. Oh, did I crack it? Yeah, I cracked it. Little crack. Son of a gun. It didn't even slide on. All right, we're going to electrical tape this. If I've got electrical tape. I've got electrical tape in the truck. I'm gonna go out and get that from the truck. All right, so I'm electrical taping this to try to give it a little bit of strength. I'm holding this pretty tight. Getting this all wrapped up. There we go. Okay, so I'm actually gonna slice this off with the pull saw and give myself a little bit of a shelf so that doesn't happen again. I don't like these fawn's foots like this, but you know, some people do. There we go. This actually looks like it's maple. How it's like that, I don't know. No, it looks like hickory, never mind. So that just gives us a spot to hit right there. And will help that not continue to crack out. So now back to the actual hanging of this. Nice. We got some curl going on, so we're gonna pull this off. You can see there's a little bit. We're gonna pull it off and clean that up and back on. I went outside to get electrical tape out of my truck and they were replacing my windshield. It's always nice when the glass shop comes out. Bingo! That's what we want. All right, let's get a wedge in it. There was a poplar wedge. There was a poplar wedge in it before. I'm gonna put a poplar wedge in it now. it actually cut pretty straight. There we go. Axe. Get a little oil on that ledge. You're gonna need to sand a little bit off of that just to get it to taper in how it needs to. There we go. There we go, there we go. Sitting down in there. Okay, take it to the floor here. I'm gonna use a big mallet. Got a little bit of curl in the back I'm going to cut off. There we go. And there it is. Look at that. Oh, I got to unwrap the palm swell. Let me finish this palm swell actually how I want it. Take a little bit off. Okay, so I can unwrap this, and yes, that handle's cracked in the palm swell, but it's just barely cracked, and it's not going to really affect the performance of this axe. You can barely, it's just cracked in that little top section, so it's not a vertical crack that I'm too worried about, but there's that. Plumb. Boys axe number 14 of Axetober. And wait, one more thing. I gotta mount this thing. Someone gave me the suggestion we needed to screw this, put a screw to hang this on so that it didn't get busted up. So let's do that. Let's do that right now. Look at that. Almost forgot. So shout out to whoever made the suggestion to hang that up in the comments, but this is going to be available amongst the other axes on bid.whiskeyrivertrading.com, and check out the old videos that we've been posting over the last few days, the last 13 days. On our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, comment, all of that fun stuff. It's been a fun series. We're almost halfway through. Tomorrow's halfway, and well, midday through tomorrow's halfway. And we're hanging an axe every day in October. Stay tuned for more, and thanks for the support. Be good, stay sharp, and see you next time, guys.